Yeah. Hey guys, Pitmaster here. I'm here with Vato, my sidekick. Okay. Now, very important. There's nothing worse. Okay, if he's gonna watch this. If I'm rushing in like this and he catches me with a left hook while I'm rushing in and trying to be aggressive, but he catches me on the chin while I'm rushing in and knocks me out cold, I will not be treated in the boudoir the same by my woman anymore. My woman will not please me, right, as well as if she saw me knock out the guy. There's nothing like a boner killer as much as getting knocked fucking out cold in front of your woman.
You think that goes for all women?
I do. All women are like that. So anyway, okay. So, now, if you're going to be throwing, right, if you're offensive, you're offending, right, you're going to be offensive, how can you be defensive at the same time, right? The two, I mean, it seems like a dichotomy there. So what do you do to become defensive and offensive? What I like to think of is a tank, okay? A tank protects its people inside of the tank from most things, not everything, but most things, while it's being offensive. So it can shoot its gun while they're being covered with thick steel, right? You want to be covered, you want to be like that tank, okay? In other words, when you're punching with one hand, you want the other hand protecting you. When you're punching with that hand, right, the same hand you're punching with, you want your chin protected by your shoulders. Okay? Now that's hard to do when your chin's way up in the air, so you have to always keep your chin down.
Practice.
A good way to practice this is just put anything like right here. Like anything, like a sock, like your wrap. While you're shadowboxing, hold something between your chin and your chest.
Love me.
A pen. You could use a pen. And then shadowbox like this. You're just keeping your chin down. Okay? You could even put it here, and this would help you with your shoulder.
I'll use your cell phone.
And you could talk on the phone. You could talk on the phone while you're doing it.
You can use your cell phone.
Oh my God. You could talk to your girlfriend, tell her what a badass you are, while you're shadowboxing and becoming a badass. So at least you're not lying, right? You could talk to your girl, yeah. Babe, I'm working out. I'm going to win the UFC title.
Shoulder up.
Yeah, and I'm protecting my chin at the same time. Look at that. It's unbelievable. You put your phone there while you're shadowboxing, and you're going to protect your chin, and you're making points with your woman. So guess what? You're going to get very well taken care of when you get home. So like you can see, as you can see, there's a lot of ways to create that habit. Okay, to develop that skill. Keep the chin down, shoulders up. Put some here, put some here, put some, and just shadowbox, okay? And that's one thing that's great, because you want to stay protected. You want to be offensive, right? But you want to be defensive at the same time. Because there's nothing worse than not being defensive. Like if I throw a leg kick and just do it like this, I might land the leg kick, but I'm not being defensive at all. Now if I did this, right? I was defensive and offensive. I'm throwing the kick and I'm blocking with the hand. With a jab, right? I can get caught by an overhand right if I brought it here. Because I'm being offensive, but I'm not being defensive. I'm bringing my hand back to my waist. But if I bring my hand up back here, I'm being offensive, but I'm also being defensive. Okay? So when you kick or when you punch, right, if you throw a left hook and they're throwing a left hook, but their hand's up and yours isn't, you're going to get knocked out, they're not.
And then I'm going to go home and get laid again.
Then he's going to go home and get laid and I'm not. That's not what you want, guys, let me tell you. So when you're throwing a left hook, always be defensive. So if they throw 1-2, you might catch theirs, but they won't catch you because your hand's up. So my point here isn't to show you all the different techniques right now, but I just want you to start thinking more of being defensive while you're being offensive, because you do want to be offensive. Most guys win the fight that are being offensive. Okay? But you have to be defensive at the same time or you will get knocked the fuck out. Okay? So be defensive, be offensive, put them together, lean towards offense, but always keep up your defense. Thanks for coming, guys.